If your AC is not working properly, turn the AC full blast. You can hear the blower motor get louder, but it's still got low airflow. Come over here. Let me show you one quick and easy thing you could check that will cause that issue. Cabin air filter. This is where this one's located on this 2014 Toyota 4Runner. Just remove these two covers, remove the air filter. Notice how dirty this one was. No wonder this truck had AC problems. This cabin air filter is designed to catch particles like dirt, brake dust, and soot, and obviously grass and leaves like in this case. So make sure you're checking and changing your cabin air filter at the manufacturer's recommended service interval. Filter that I'll be installing is a Purelator 1 cabin air filter. And for those that don't know, Purelator is one of the most trusted brands in the industry. So let's install this new one and retest. And as you saw in this video, very easy to do, only takes a few minutes, and you'll keep your AC running at its full potential. All right, much better. Now we're cooling. If not already doing so, make sure you like and follow me for more tips. If you were thinking about getting this scanner, right now's the time to get it. It's 50% off on the TikTok shop, so you can actually get it for less than $40. And I think it's well worth the price. It's a powerful tool, and it's very easy to use. You just simply hook up this dongle to your car or truck, download the app, and you're good to go. One thing a lot of people ask me when I review a scanner on my page is, hey, can that thing read ABS codes? Well, a lot of the handheld scanners I've reviewed on my page are just engine code readers. But as you can see here, this one's doing an all-system scan. So yeah, this one can read ABS fault codes, but it can also read fault codes in all these other modules. To look closer into the fault codes on this truck, just click on Report. And there you'll see the fault code numbers and description for each module that had logged faults. And here's another cool feature on this software: fault guidance. Here you'll find some more information on the fault codes that are stored on your car. For example, here's one fault code we're dealing with on the engine control module, exhaust back pressure sensor fault. And there you'll find a description of the fault code as well as some helpful repair information. And here's another question I get asked often about the scanners that I'm using. Hey, can that scanner do regens on a diesel truck? Well, on this specific truck, it can. There you'll see, under the maintenance section, DPF regeneration. And that's just some of the features. There's many, many more. But you get the picture. It's well worth the price. To order yours, click on the link below. If your car is making noise like this one, especially when you slightly step on the brake, come over here. Let me show you what I found wrong with this SUV. Every time the brake was slightly applied, or even at takeoff or rolling at low speeds, it felt and sounded like the brakes were dragging. The reason? As you can see here, the brake caliper pin has dirt and grime built up on it. So let's clean it up, then we'll inspect and see if we can reuse it. As always, I'm using my go-to Scott Shop heavy duty towels. You'll never see me working on a project without my Scott products. I'm also going to be using my Scott Extreme wipes. This one's going to take a lot of cleaning. Looks like it's old grease mixed with rust and dirt. I'm going to use the scrubby side of the towel to knock off that buildup. And there was no excessive wear on the caliper pins, so I could reuse them. And surprisingly, the brake pads and rotor were okay also. And I also made sure to clean up the caliper where this pin goes in. These pins are supposed to be nice and lubricated, that way the brake caliper can move freely. If not, the brakes won't work properly, which can lead to uneven brake pad wear, or like we had on this car, brake noises. All right, now we can reinstall them on the calipers, and I'm also going to make sure that the caliper pin boots are installed properly and nice and sealed. If not, dirt, debris, or water can get back inside there and wash out the grease, cause it to rust, which is the problem that we had to begin with. All right, much better. No more noises. Now we can clean and put up all the tools. That way we're ready for the next job. The last thing left to do is to road test. That's going to be it for this one. They're not already doing so. Make sure you like, follow me for more tips.
Customer states, my truck has become a money pit. The other shop already replaced parts, but it still will not start. Help.
Come over here. Let me show you what I found wrong with this truck. Got my little Ansel AD410 scan tool hooked up and ready to go. There we can see we don't have any fault codes in the engine ECS. Let's take a look at some of the engine data. There you can see with the ambient air temperature at 69 degrees, the intake air temperature was at 125 degrees with the key on, engine off on a code soap. From what I've seen in the past, the intake air temperature shouldn't be reading that far off from the ambient air temperature sensor. So we know that's a problem, but is that our problem? Is that the reason why the truck's not starting? To verify, let me unplug the mass airflow sensor, which has the intake air temperature sensor built into it, and retest. Oh wow, that was our problem. That's a first for me. And if you notice, the mass airflow sensor was missing a screw and it was new. They had just replaced it. But the problem is that they use an aftermarket sensor. Got an OE sensor installed already. Let's go retest. All right, there we can see intake air temperature is reading closer to the ambient air temperature, and she starts right up and runs good now. The scanner that I was using in this video is the Ansel AD410 model. It's a very handy tool to carry in your car in case your check engine light comes on. Just hook up to it real quick and you can get an idea of what's wrong with it. It's very easy to use. You could read code. And as you saw in the video, you can even read basic live data stream. For under $30, I think it's well worth the price. To order yours, click on the link below. If your ABS light is on, come over here. If you have wheel speed sensors like this one, check to make sure that there's not too much of a gap in between the tone ring and the speed sensor. That one's okay. Now what about this other side? Notice how this one has a large gap. This will cause your ABS light to come on. What we need to do is adjust it with a screwdriver. Push it all the way in, just like that. Last time I shared this tip, a lot of people were saying the speed sensor would get damaged if you pushed it all the way in. Looks like this one's okay. Looks like they were wrong. ABS light is off too. Good to go.
Customer states, ever since you replaced my fin clutch, now my ABS light is on. You see, I never had this problem before.
Mechanic says to come over here. Let me take a gander. Left rear speed sensor. Wiring looks okay. What about the right rear? No issues here. What in tarnation? You said the light was not on before?
No, that's why I'm upset. Grr.
Well, here is your problem, bud. The speed sensor wire is jammed in between the brake chamber and bracket. This was not part of the fan clutch replacement we did. Whoever installed this brake chamber created this issue. Plus, we asked you if you wanted us to look into the ABS light that was on before, and you said no.
Oh. Oopies. Customer states, my car has been shaking like crazy. They already checked my tires, rotated and balanced them several times, but still no change. Help.
Come over here. Let me show you what's wrong with this car. If you notice, it has universal wheels, so they're not specifically made for this car. And the issue with that? Well, in this case, the wheel bore is much larger than the hub itself. You see it? So if we reinstall the wheel just like any other wheel, it won't be properly centered on the hub, which will cause a vibration. You can balance the wheels 100 times, it still won't fix it. So the fix? You can fill in the gap with a hub-centric ring like this one, which would center the wheel on the hub, or stay away from universal wheels. Just get the correct wheels for your car. Now here's another tip. When working on European cars that take a lug bolt instead of a lug nut on the wheel, it's a good practice to use these stud pin hangers. These are made by Tool 8. Tool number is 65180. These help you safely remove, install, and center the wheels on the hub. Just simply install 2 of them on the hub, mount the wheel. Now we can install 3 of the lug bolts. Then we'll remove the pin hangers and install the last 2 bolts. And that's it. Just that simple. And not only do these wheel stud pin hangers help in removing and installing wheels, they also come in handy for doing brake jobs. They help to align and stabilize brake discs on the hub during service. The set comes with 10 different sizes, which are laser etched on each pin, and they're also color coded for easy identification. It also comes with this EVA foam tray, which has the sizes etched into it as well. It also fits nicely inside a narrow drawer in the toolbox. For more information, I'll have the sizes that this kit comes with down below. I'll also have the Tool 8 website here on the screen, and also check with your tool supplier. If your engine's making noise like this one, and your belt is worn like that one, come over here. Obviously replace the belt, but also check your pulleys. The alternator's okay. What about the tensioner? That one's all right. What about the water pump? Notice how this one has excessive play. This indicates that your water pump is worn, so it's gonna need to get replaced. Let me take it off and give you a closer look. Check it out. And this is what it's supposed to look like. Here's the new one. I'm gonna take the pulley off of the old one, put it on the new one. Got the OSA Tools indexing pry bar. Comes in handy. Swap it out. Got the new belt, new water pump installed. It's good to go.
Customer states, my truck keeps on losing rear differential fluid like crazy. I keep on having to top it off, but there is no signs of a leak anywhere. Help.
Mechanic says,
Come over here. Take a quick peek. Yoke seal looks okay. It's not leaking. Excess silicone? Never hurt nobody, but it's not leaking there either. Let me show you what was leaking. Anytime you see dirt and grime caked on the brake components like this, it's a good indication that the wheel seal is leaking. That's what was leaking on this truck. Let me stick a flashlight inside the drum and get you a closer look. You see it? Yes, sir, that wheel seal is leaking. Same thing on the other side. Starting to leak also. And anytime you have both wheel seals that are leaking, or anytime in general, it's a good practice to check the breather and the hose to make sure it's not plugged up. This breather was okay. It was breathing, it had a pulse, and the hose was not restricted. It flowed within spec, 50 breaths per minute. If not already doing so, make sure you like and follow me for more tips.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Miguel! Come over here.
Customer states, when I was at a stoplight, my engine started to rev up on its own. I turned the key off, but my engine stayed revved up and would not shut off, till finally it died. Help!
Mechanic says, come over here. Let me hook up to your ECM. Yup, it shows that your engine RPM went way over the limit. Check it out. This normally happens whenever a turbo fails and pushes oil into your intake system, causing your engine to run away. Yes, sir. Looks like that's what happened in this case. Let's check your turbos. Your high-pressure turbo has failed. This one was pushing oil into your intake. Your engine was then using that oil as uncontrolled fuel, which caused your engine to rev to the moon.